doing a how to gear oil change on a Honda SH150i 2010 model. So before I got started, I actually washed this area because it was dirty using Simple Green and water. So this is the fill bolt right here. So I washed that, and this is the drain bolt. So I washed, washed this area with Simple Green and a toothbrush. So now I'm about to change the gear oil. So in here, the drain bolt, you actually see the sealing washer is aluminum washer with the fill bolt. Surprisingly, this is the first time I've seen that it doesn't have one. That's kind of odd. This bike has 3,000 miles on it. Too small. I just picked it up a week or so ago. So well, let me grab a proper size socket right there. So it looks like it's a 12 millimeter. I originally thought it was a 10. So 12 millimeter socket. So I'm gonna loosen up the fill bolt. And I'm going to loosen up the drain bolt. Wow, that's tight. Holy cow. Ooh, that's really tight. Wow. So I don't think this thing's ever been opened before. So that's from the factory right there. Wow, that was ultra tight. Can't believe it. You can see it dripping out. It actually looks pretty clean, dripping out. Let's see how it really looks. So make sure you have a catch pan, right? So it seems like this bolt here might also be a bolt that holds the swing arm case to the gear spindle over here. So it looks like it's a dual purpose bolt, I believe. So I don't really like that. I think it'd be better to have its own bolt instead of using a drain bolt and for a structural bolt as well. So looking at it, actually doesn't look too dirty. It looks pretty clean. It actually looks cleaner than my NHX 110. But you know, this thing only does have 3,000 miles, a little bit over 3,000 miles new. But since I bought it used, normally new, I would change this as a break-in change at 1,000 miles. But since I just got it, I'm gonna do it now. Let's open this up. So yeah, I'm very surprised that this thing doesn't have a sealing washer on the fill side. I guess they're not too concerned about oil, coming out of there, because once the bike stops and it just sits, the oil level is basically at the bottom of this thread here, so it doesn't really, it wouldn't leak. If this does leak, it will only leak while the bike's actually running. Okay. So let's see if I could tilt the bike over a little bit, see what happens. Okay, not much. I can't tilt it much more than that because the center stand is in the way of me tilting it anymore. So that's fine. So it looks like there's no more oil dripping out. Wipe this clean. So normally the sealing washer, you could usually, you're supposed to replace it every time because it is an aluminum washer. So each time you just cinch it down, it crushes and crushes, and that's how it seals. But usually these washers, it's usually safe to use it twice, and you should be all right. Remember, when you thread things in, thread it in by hand first before you use the wrench. once it's in, and you know it's in, then you can start using the wrench. I think I'm gonna have to cinch this one down pretty tight because it was pretty tight to begin with when I was taking it off. And it's also, you know, it's also holding two separate pieces together. It's not just a drain bolt itself. Okay, it's about as tight as I want to get it. I'm using this little 1/4-inch socket drive here. It's not the, you know, not much torque on this thing. So that's good there. Got this clean. Now I can fill it. So Honda recommends you can either use a 10W30 motor oil, or you can use like a 75/90 gear oil, hypoid gear oil. So here I have a Walmart brand Supertech synthetic 75/140 oil. So that'll work just fine, I think. So the cool thing about these things is that it has this little nozzle here. You could just stick this in there and basically squirt it in there. Make sure your catch can is underneath it to catch anything that drips out. So I squeeze it a little bit, let it go, so it sucks out the air. Squeeze it, let it go, let it suck out the air. And just do that until basically oil starts dripping out right here. Then that's when you know it's full. Actually, let me spin the wheel. When I do this, I like to spin the wheel to spin the gears, so it coats the gears as well. See how much is in there. So I'm not exactly sure what the capacity of this is. I think it's something like 0.2 liters or something like that, I believe, somewhere around there. But you know, it doesn't really matter because you know the fuel line will let you know where you're at. Okay, I think it's just about 4, I believe. Looks like it's gonna seep out soon. Nope, not quite yet. So it seeped out. I'm gonna spin this. Let that seeping slow down, and I'm gonna put the plug in. Actually, when you do this, you should be on level ground. I'm not quite on level ground. My bike's actually in the driveway. So if I let it seep out until it stops, I would actually be a little bit low on oil. So I'm just gonna let it slow down a little bit, and I'm just gonna cap it. Too much. Okay, that's good right there. So I don't remember what the torque spec on this is. I actually just got the service manual yesterday, I believe. So I always go by feel anyway. So and this one's, you know, since it's not holding anything together, it's only a plug. It doesn't need to be very tight. Okay, that's it. Wipe your spot clean. Maybe you want to simple green this and clean it off a little better so it doesn't attract more dirt down the line. But that's about it. Thank you.